Toby, Valentine. Is anyone out there? This is an odd time for me to even be on here. Okay, I see someone else is watching. Normally, guys, these are very much viewer driven. So, yeah. Nobody says anything. Maybe I shouldn't be doing this one. Four people watching. Nobody saying anything. These are fireworks in the background here. I took them on 4th of July, I believe, 2017. Was it 7? I think it was 17. Columbo Diablo. Weird stretched cam. I don't know, dude. Using my phone. It's that time of day, gnats are waking up. I still got the frickin' hives on my neck. Sent an email to the dermatologist department. They're like, hey, should I get these checked out? I'm going into the doctor tomorrow to see my hand is not too screwed up. So I guess I'll ask the nurse, who may direct me to urgent care, which I can't go to because I have work after the. Yeah. So, Cincinnati, Ohio, April 1996. A one Christopher J. Currens was apprehended after robbing the Kenwood Savings Bank. Currens paused to ask the directions to the Interstate 71 from the teller he had robbed. He was found out of town being an undercover police officer with Trenton, New Jersey, and had been in Cincinnati to attend a the Middle Atlantic Law Enforcement Convention. Who better to get away with a bank robbery than a cop, huh? September 1996, Czech Republic. Jerry Klumper, head of the Argo Banco, praised the robbery of $8,000 from one of the bank's branches, stating that it showed confidence in the economy recovery. This was because it meant people believed there was money in the bank. And Toby just jumped off of something. Jack Duranson. Oh my god, it's Paul Blart. Well, I haven't heard that one in a while, little bitch. Gahanna, December 1996. Horrified mobs killed 7 men suspected of witchcraft. Rumors had surfaced that these men had the power to make men's genitals disappear without a touch. With a touch. Police were addressed. The issue stated that the rumors had been started by thieves hoping to pick the pockets of those gathering mobs. Okay, now that's a horror movie. Jack says lol. Joe D is laughing. May 1996, Quebec, Canada. Legislator Andrea Bollerance denounced voter registration fraud, citing voter records stating on Omar Sharif, who was famous actor, was not only in his district Old Montreal, but registered to be living with the famous tennis player Martina Navratilova. Locals of the area reported to know the couple and stated that it was Omar Sharif, son of the famous actor Omar Sharif, and his wife was named Martina Navratilova. However, she was a stockbroker, not the tennis player. What's wrong, Sleeve? What are you reading, dude? I am reading news articles on Random Street Theater, the blog. Okay. Here's an easy one. September 1996, Indonesia. An unnamed prison guard was charged with helping inmate Eddie Tansla escape. The guard admitted to having received around $400 from Tensil, but stated that he felt the money was a tip for good service. Hmm. Jack Brunson, cool man. Carson Winterland, it's the guy beating off. It would be really hard to do with this thing. I mean, not impossible, I'm sure. Take a lot longer. Jay Carrillo, like and subscribe. Thank you, Jay. Going to admit my normal crowd does not appear to be arriving today. I don't normally do these at this time. But I mean, it's a live stream. It's a live stream. I have to keep saying something, right? Jack, what happened to your hand? I had an elderly cat who was delirious before he died, and he bit my hand and it got infected, so the doctor had to cut it open and drain the infection out, which was a very gory mess. And doctor was like, "Don't look, don't look." I'm like, "You're cutting me open, and I'm not under anesthesia. You expect me not to look? This is fascinating." Then he was like, "Geez, normally people are screaming by now." The doctor said I have an incredible pain tolerance. Joe D, search Palantir Company. Why? Jack, whoa, damn, dude, lot. That is hilarious. The fact that doctor had to cut me open? You guys got to be more specific about that. Well, that was just hell's Harry F, wasn't it? Ugh. You know, at my work, they actually had a man-ass festival. I don't know what it was called, but it was definitely a man-ass festival. There was a lot of men wearing jock straps. And in 500 people, there were only like 3 women. And the normal hot chicks that work at my work weren't there either. And all the men who were working there were like, "Oh my god, there's all this man ass. What did we do to deserve all this man ass? We don't want man ass." Jack, how you were looking at it when they put you under and they didn't put me under anesthesia. Okay. Um. Okay. The initial operation was done while I was awake, and it was done in the emergency room. The doctor said that due to the infection having acidic properties, the uh, anesthetic would not be very effective. I mean, they did use anesthetic. They got these three big frickin' needles, right, and they pumped them into my hand, so my hand was like monster claw, you know, and it was just enormous. And then they start cutting me open, you know, right to the bone. It's ugly in there. But yeah, the second operation though, they put me under completely. And I asked the doctor. I said, doc, I'm a huge dude. Like I weigh 350 pounds. Okay, I am not small in any way. And more than 200 pounds of that is muscle. Well, lean body mass anyway. I think my lean body mass last check was like 230. And so it's like I'm going, are you not afraid of me like flailing and hurting you? Because I mean, I'm just enormous. Like I could sit on you accidentally and crush you. So he was like, I'm afraid of some people doing that, but you seem fine. Joe D, it's a private company dealing with people's data collection. Okay, why do I want to research that? Jack, whoa, that sounds intense. Look, dude, I'm the kind of person that doesn't flinch when I see someone's guts on the wrong side of their skin. All right, I've seen some bad business, and I mean mostly drug overdoses. I've called 911 more than 400 times in my life, and just it's like I used to work at places where you would I worked the night shift there, and in the morning you'd be watching somebody leave, going out on a picnic, gonna have a great time with their friends, and at night you'd come in and you'd see the ambulance taking them out, their body. So there was a memorial where I worked to the people that have died. So I've seen some business. Maximilian Chadwell, what is your favorite movie? Aliens. Artmore, hi Richard, what are you up to? Not much, just getting another stream in. Though I'm not entirely sure why I bother doing them. They don't make me much money. But yeah, I mean, I think I filmed 7 videos today so far, and oh, I got so many more to do. I think I got 22. That's where I need to go. For those of you who are wondering if the fat man is drinking soda, no, there's no soda in here. There was iced tea in here, but there was still ice left over, so I put one of those Monster hydration things in there because hydration is good. I have to see the doctor tomorrow morning. Ardmore, you look bored today. Jack, damn, dude. What? Animal lover, hi. Artmore, Western bacon cheeseburger. I haven't had one of those in so long now. Last one I had, I think, was the triple. Animal lover said hi again. Oh, Ragsy. There's an animal lover. You should come over and let her see your magnificence. What did I do with my... Oh, there we go. There's my background. Jody, you mean you don't care if they collect your data? I mean, everything about you without a search warrant or without a concern. Exactly what am I supposed to do about them collecting my data? I mean, I understand, like, it's probably good I should know, but I mean, it's during a live stream right now. What do you want me to write my senator? I mean, this is one of those things, It's like John Oliver just did an expose. He's a comedian, but he does news. He just did an expose. Itchy back. H1. Salutations, Richard Rose. Animal lover, for you, cookie for you. Cookie. Joe D, talk to your senator. Yeah, that's one thing we. If you guys read my blog, Letters to Cassie and Other Folks, you'll see that I write my senator quite often. It's something I do. You know, it's one way for me to get more blog entries in and to, what is it? To express my opinions online. You I wrote a lot to President Biden. I have not written to President Trump because I think there's even less possibility that he'd listen to me. But Curtis Knight, Skull. Well, that's fabulous. Did you know that back in the day they pronounced it Knight? Yes, they pronounced it. They pronounced the K. It was Knight. Also, the English accent totally made up. Back in the day, they talked like Americans. They spoke regular English, and then they said, "Well, we're not gay enough, so let's make this English accent so we can sound more gay." And then they went and they made that, and they banged each other. That's what they did. In England, it was just common courtesy to bang your friends. That's where bedfellows come from. Men used to get together and they'd travel and they'd get into bed to stay warm and they'd do things to stay warm and that's what they did. That's just what they did. It was very, very interesting. Jody, talk like that the whole time from now on. Okay, Joe, I get you're new here, but that character is known as Mr. Fabulous. And he comes out whenever some gay topics come up. And Mr. Fabulous is not gay. He's more of a bisexual. I mean, he's like more of a quad sexual, really. Like the more sexual, the better with Mr. Fabulous. He's very sexual type of person. He likes to connect with other people in very, very literal ways. You know what I mean? Just very literal ways. And I will never understand why you people think that's so funny. I don't get it. Jody, oh, okay, he goes in and out of the closet. More in and out of the dressing room or your parents' bedroom, really. I mean, that's Mr. Fabulous. He makes everything better, doesn't he? And for some reason, everybody wants Mr. Fabulous to say, "Oh, it's okay." For some reason, they just like to hear him say, "It's okay." Because his slogan is, "It's okay to be gay. You should just be you." I will never understand that. I mean, what's so funny about it? It's like when I do the Trump voice. Like, fake news, fake news. The trade war is going great. I'm bringing jobs back to America. America will be great again. America will be great again, and everyone will buy my NFTs and my Trump coin. And the Department of Doge, is doing well, even though Elon has left. Like, I don't get why that's funny. I really don't. But some people find it hell's hairy ass. It's like Ragvi, come be on camera, Ragvi. Stop looking at me with those evil eyes, Ragvi. But man, I do a lot of characters, man. And it's like, this is the hippie priest, and he's all about love. VM, salutations. What's up, VM? We were just discussing why is Mr. Fabulous funny? I've never gotten that. And why does everybody want to see him say okay? But we've moved on to the hippie priest, and then it's like, look, man, God is about love. Okay, that's what everybody is. Everybody's so uptight, and everybody's like battle this and infect that, and convert him. But it's like, no, man, you got to embrace the love, man. That's what the world is about. Learn to love the moment. Learn to love one another, and like just don't hate. Hate is wrong. Don't hate people because they don't agree with you. Because if you do that, they never will. They'll never see things from your side, man. So, I mean, you gotta, like, welcome. Welcome the dissent, man. Because if you don't welcome the dissent, if you don't talk to people who think differently, how will you ever see the world? That's why we gotta love one another. We gotta bring each in. We gotta end it with a hug and talk it out like reasonable people, and then maybe like have some sacramental wine, man, and like a couple rips off the bong. VM. He's funny because he is the biggest Twinkie in all the land, yet desperately tries to deny it, even though he is oozing with homosexuality. Mr. Fabulous is more of a bisexual, to be completely honest with you. Yeah, I think he'll basically bang anything, but that's the character. Rusty Dog, hi, what's up, Rusty? Nikram said hi. So, Rusty, you're a Christian, right? What do you think of the philosophy of the hippie priest that we got to just be loving and tolerant to all mankind? Like that's one of those that's like, come on, man. Just because someone doesn't agree with you doesn't mean you got to hate on them. Let's just bring in the love. VM, what is Mr. Fabulous government name? Um, Never really come up with it. Never come up. I mean, his last name is Fabulous. He probably changed it. It's like his name is got to be something like Glenn Fabulous or something like that. VM, hello, Rusty McCram. It's just a black screen for me for some reason. You mean you can't see my face? Oh, hey, you see me. All right. Rusty Dog, it's true. Yeah. I mean, be completely honest with you, the hippie priest is kind of based on Mr. Rogers. Rusty Dog, his first name is I Am? No, I mean, that would be, his first name would be like Irwin, so he just goes by the initial I, and then his middle name is Am, Fabulous. Irwin Am Fabulous. Hmm. And Rusty says, hi, VM. Like Mr. Rogers used to say, I love you just the way you are. And, like, have you ever thought of just how powerful that is? Like, to have such an incredible feeling of love and to be just, like, such a complete person without so much broken bit. It's like Mr. Rogers had a hard childhood and he was really sick. And it's like, like kind of he broke himself whole, man. Like through breaking, he became whole, man. Through seeing life through pain, he learned to love and feel joy. And like, shouldn't we all just see ourselves as having lived through things and found who we are? Like, isn't that life, man? Oh, VM. Their entire grift relies on them being morally and religiously righteous. Again, dude, be more specific. I'm not sure what you're referring to. How do you do, Rusty? Rusty Dog, VM, I'm fine. McCram, am I pronouncing that right? He can't just love himself. Like, you can love yourself, man. That's perfectly cool. Rusty Dog, who is Mr. Rogers? From Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood? Fred Rogers. He was a pastor who had a children's show, one of the most famous children's shows in American history. And, he was just a very accepting human being. He was a realist, but, like, he's just a great human being, really. Mr. Rogers was. If you have the time, you should look up Fred Rogers. VM, how is role playing going, Rusty? Hmm. McCram, gotta give it. Rusty Dog, VM, it's great getting more fursuit. VM, when was the last time old Phil swung around here? Yesterday, I think. Also, nice, Rusty. Are they expensive? Fursuits can be quite expensive, yeah. The Cram. My name is Michelle Cram. Yeah, I think you've mentioned that before. Just didn't remember. The username is what it. You pronounce it however you like. It's all love. Okay. Rusty Dog. VM. Not from Temu. Yeah, but you never know what you get from Temu. Ragsy, what are you doing? My work bag is in the wash right now because one of my cats peed on it. Skittle will know. Sleeve just jumped on my work bag and peed. It was like, seriously? VM, it breaks my heart that Mr. Rogers was a registered Republican, but to be fair to him, he was probably an Eisenhower era Republican. You know, Rusty Dog, the most expensive is $8,000. Mine are about $20. There are hyper realistic fursuits that I think might cost more than 8 grand, but Richard Nixon, a disgraced president, interestingly was one of the greenest presidents who ever lived. He's the one that created the Environmental Protection Agency, the EPA. And the sad thing about Nixon is that he is so despised in history, but he actually did a good number of really great things. And, I mean, almost anyone in history, any great leader, or any well known leader, did something good. Also, something bad. We should always remember that. Russell, your grows fast. You didn't have a mustache yesterday. Didn't I? It may be the lighting. McCram, I am sorry about your work bag. I have to do laundry. My grandma just started walking after a fall, and I had to make sure to be close by to help her up. But with her dementia, she gets confused and peed. Yeah, cat urine is a little. I mean, I've used a lot of things to get the smell of cat urine out. Borax is one of my favorites now because it doesn't spill. Like, it does make a mess. So I use borax. But it's like, I was taking care of a man. When I was 17 years old, there was a man who was dying of leukemia. And he had married my grandmother. Not my grandfather, but he married my grandmother. And my grandmother actually wouldn't bathe because she didn't trust anyone else but me with her husband, which was very strange. Because, years later, I would have a very poor relationship with my grandmother. basically because her son was a man child and she wouldn't deal with it. Rusty Dog, the media don't care about good things people do. Yeah, I mean, look, um, we should understand that people are human and they make mistakes. All right. So one of the things about, I mean, pretty much the whole theme of Les Miserables or Los Miserables was that people can make mistakes, and just because they make mistakes, it shouldn't mar them for life. You know, Jean Valjean. Um, well, first of all, he stole to save a child. You know, he broke into a house and stole food to try and save his, I think it was his sister's child. And, you know, for it, he went to prison. And, you know, the French society was like, once you're a prisoner, you're pretty much screwed. And, you know, the noble bishop said, you know, it's like, look, you understand that you hurt me, you stole from me, but I'm a man of God. And I'm not here to take vengeance on you. I am here to save your soul. So he said, you know, no, just because you stole from me, here's even more. Go and lead an honest life. Take this silver and become an honest man. And that's what he did. McCram, she's walking better and everything is clean. I just need to wash everything that has pee now, too. Yeah. I mean, human urine should come out pretty easily. Baking soda normally does not help. I find vinegar works better. But ammonia based cleaners, you can get cleaning ammonia at your local supermarket normally. Again, I order borax from the internet, and that's what I use. But I used ammonia before that, and I used cleaning vinegar before that. All can be effective. It depends on how thick the urine is. Particularly if she's an older person who was dehydrated, you know, the urine smell might be worse. Sprunken fan said hi. Rusty dog. Mum and dad made a mistake and it was me. VM. Trust me on this one. My mother wanted to have me. My father didn't. Where did it go? Oh, the chat live tonight. VM. It breaks my heart that Mr. Rogers. No, read that one. VM. Rusty dog. Wim, you're great dude. The cram. I like Aesop's fables on the miser. I haven't read that one. Somewhere I have a copy of Aesop's fables, and I think I've read into it, but not that one. VM, Richard's plastic bag is a troll. Huh? Rusty Dog, no, I never heard. VM, Rusty, can you delete plastic bags comments? I'm not seeing plastic bag, so. Oh, that's why I have you there, Rusty. VM, literal trash. Mod me up, Rich. I must stand on business. I have mods. I trust my mods. I don't need more mods. Alright? Rusty Dog, hot rid of him. Yes. VM, thanks, Rusty. Literal trash. I've been here since day one on Mamas. Okay, again. Okay, you're not the kind of person Rusty is, literal trash. You're not. Just understand something. Rusty is a very, very good person. If I ever went to Australia, I would be going to see Rusty. Okay? I would not go to go see you. Okay? Some of my mods, the ones that live in Los Angeles, like we're actually going to go like have dinner together at some point. It's these people are friends of mine. They're not just subscribers. Oh, Rusty Dog, he's gone. He was a racist. That's good. I like it when racists are gone. Green Dog, what happened to your hand? Infection. Rusty Dog, I'd welcome you. Yeah, Rusty, I mean, you sound like a real cool dude. I mean, you'd probably show up in your fox suit and then introduce me to your girlfriend, which might be a little awkward, but hey, takes all kinds to make a world, right? VM, Rusty will make living arrangements if you ever came over. Ugh, my cats want to bang. VM, right, Rusty? John, hello, sir. What's up, John? McCram, getting my grandma up after she fell is the hardest thing. I was 160 and 5'8", and my grandma is a little over 5 feet and 180. Yeah, you're not exactly a big girl. Rusty Dog, yes, I would. Artmore, will you be doing a live at midnight? Don't know. I mean, how many of these things should I really do in one day? I mean, tomorrow is my funky shift, so, um, oh dear God, Rags, why are you pooping there? Tomorrow is my funky shift, so I mean, it's the weird hours. Chant Patton, Richard, RUNGA. What does that mean? Chimney Maria, what was the dangers on your hand? Or diagnosis on your hand? Um, it was an infection. Had to be cut out. John, I'm doing swell. Got a killer headache, but other than that, I'm good. Okay. Chant Patton, homosexual? No, I'm not. I'm not gay. I just have a character called Mr. Fabulous, and he's bisexual. Ragsy, what are you doing? Do not poop on those books. What are you doing, Ragsy? Okay. Chat and Pad, yes, Rusty. Jeff took everything off. Clothing was got banned. Hmm. Literal trash. Can I stop by your place, Rich? I'm in LA to someone posted your address earlier, so I'll stop by 100%. No, you may not. Rusty dog. Gross. Cat poo. Yeah. Ah, God. When I came home from the hospital, there was just cat poo everywhere. That's what happens when you don't change their litter. VM, I don't know Richard's address. Heh. Chairman Murray, NGA, non government agent. John, how many men call you handsome at your funky shift? Zero. It's not open to the public, the funky shift. Uh, During a regular event, I will generally be hit on by about 5 men. It's not uncommon. I mean, probably 3 women. I don't know why I'm so sexy to other men. Roy's storybook recipes and adventures. Lol, do not poop on those books. They pooped on one of my books. I'm gonna have to throw it out now. Well, they pooped on a lot of my books, but I have lots and lots of books. I have enough books that if I started reading now and read 8 hours a day for every day of the rest of my life, I would probably never run out of books. Rusty dog. I had a dog called Ragsy. The cat's name is actually Rags, but I call her Ragsy. Ardmore, I watch your videos while I eat cold hot dogs and have glizzy party. I have I love having glizzy parties at your house. Literal trash on my way, brother. Chairman Murray, the infection resembled cellulitis. Mm, my thumb resembled a sweet potato. Champ Patton, yeah, I saw the post about your address too. I'm just going to stop by after work tonight. Want me to pick you up anything, Rich? Exactly where is this post? And who posted it so I can go kick his ass? Rusty Dog, my dog was actually Rags too. Mm, Ragsy's not very cuddly. Champ Patton, Discord. Just so you guys know, it is illegal for you to post my address or personal information. I can sue you if people show up at my house. Champ Patton, yeah, I saw the post about your address too. I'm just going to stop by. Rusty Dog, my dog was actually Discord. Little trash. If I can't come in, I'll watch you tonight through the window. Green Dog, that bandage looks like you got into a Civil War medical tent, or maybe like you're a cartoon character and you hit your thumb with a hammer. If this were Civil War, they'd have lopped my damn hand off. Russell, how many famous people have you seen in LA? Not many. I'm not really into famous people, so that doesn't really be a thing for me. I mean, like, club I work at, I work for the building, but technically I meet famous people all the time. I have no idea who they are. Chairman Murray, in the story, Henry Fussy had a dog called Ribsy. VM, how many people know your address from YouTube? So far as I'm aware, one. Literal trash. I didn't post it, just saved it. 100 only 5 minutes away. Okay, yeah, but you're not allowed to be showing up at my house. It's just not how that works. Rusty Dog, also it's copyright to use your name without permission. Yeah, I believe so. Champ Patton, it's not trespassing unless the owner asks you to leave, I think. I'm off in half an hour. I'm a huge fan. Can't wait to meet the cats. Richard. Technically speaking, if you ask to come over and I say no, it's trespassing. Cameron Murray, in my time in Machine, I learned one never divulges anyone's personal information, and I never have. VM, wonder who that person is. Literal trash. I'll watch from outside. I'll stay on the public. You guys are creepy, you know that? Like, seriously. Champ Patton, I think the encounter needs to happen in public. Roy, Roy Storybook Recipes and Adventures. People are some creepy trolls up in here, man, yeah. One of those things about people is that they often think they're helping when they're not. Literal trash. Now, by creepy, do you mean that in a good... No, I don't, literal trash. You're being a troll. It's not appropriate. You shouldn't do that. Roy Storybook Recipes and Adventures. You have a lot more patience than me. I'd be blocking them. Well, that's what I have Rusty for. Rusty Dog sounds like stalking. Yes, Rusty, it does sound like stalking. Creepy people. Champ Patton, why do you insult me? I have loved you for so long. I thought I could come over. Dude, you're being weird. Rusty Dog, once again, sounds like stalking. Russell, do you have kids or want kids? Yes. I want kids. I do not have them. In fact, I currently know two women. Either one of them I would definitely have kids with. VM, I sent gifts. I never intended malice. It's just weird when people try to come to my house. Roy's. The kitty cats are talking in the background. It's so cute. You wouldn't think it was cute if you knew what they were saying. That's Valentine. He sang, I've got a stiffy, and it's all right there for you. Come talk to Stiffy. He wants to see you too. VM. How old are the said women? I believe they're in their 20s. They're younger than I. Both of them have expressed something of an interest. Rusty Dog, my kids have four legs. Yeah, I got two kids. You know, when I was in my 20s, I told my father if I ever had children, he'd never see them. He didn't really answer me. He just kept quiet. Now he's dead. So it's safe. Because he was the kind of person who probably would have done screwed up things to children. And my grandpa apparently traumatized my kids pretty bad, or traumatized my cousins pretty bad. You know, he died when I was young, so I don't remember him. But like he was always taking the kids to horror movies and just doing weird stuff with them. He was a very strange man. I mean, like you understand, my grandfather, he took my father to lose his virginity with a prostitute, and this prostitute was retired, but she only would bang friends for money. So like here it is. Now my grandfather and my grandmother were still married, but they lived completely separate lives because they couldn't stand each other. And so the old man every now and again would go and visit this elderly prostitute who was retired but still sort of in the business, and he'd get his rocks off. And he was a big dude, like he was 360 pounds and 5'4", so he was a bowling ball of a man. And it's like at some point he just said, "Yes, son, we need to pop your cherry." So we took him down and had him bang someone he had banged on several times. So just imagine the first time you have sex, you're having sex with a senior citizen who had sex with your father. It's a little weird. VM, how old was the said woman? I believe she was 40 years or more, at least 40 years older than my father at the time. Okay. And this was like pre-Vietnam era or Vietnam era. So, like 60 was a lot harder back then. Rusty Dog, my kids have four. I read that one. Literal trash. I watch you every night. You're the dad I never had. If you want kids, I'm right here, Richard. Um. Well, that's not gay. Rusty Dog, I speak cat. They are saying worse than that. I can say what because this is YouTube. Ugh. A fox that speaks cat. Rusty Dog sounds like something out of Jerry Springer. Eh. You know, I used to have this friend named Manuel. He was from the Philippines. And sex is something very different in the Philippines. Hobgoblin. Ah, dude, you're doing a meet and greet. Just get the notification on Discord. Is it right now? Dude, I have been waiting for this. Can't wait to meet you, dude. Somebody email me this link so I can go find out who did it and kick their ass. But anyway, so Manuel tells me this joke. You know, this guy, it's basically his Sweet 16, whatever the equivalent is in the Philippines. And the tradition is that the dad gives the son money to go hire a hooker, you know? So the dad gives the son like 50 bucks and says, go out there, have yourself a great time, get yourself a girl and pop your cherry. So, you know, he goes out there and on his way to the red light district, he meets his grandma. And the grandma says, oh, yeah, you had your party. And your dad gave you money? And the kid says, yeah, Dad gave me 50 bucks. And the grandma says, 50 bucks? That's way too much. Give me the 50 and I'll take care of you. And the guy's like, Grandma, what are you talking about? And she goes, look, I'm your grandmother. You trust me. Give me the $50. I'll take care of you. So he gives her the 50 bucks and they bang, you know? Dude bangs his own grandma. And he comes back. He's happy, had sex for the first time. He's a little confused. And his dad says, hey, you're back fast. What happened? He goes, well, I was on my way to the red light district and I ran to Grandma. She said, give me the 50 bucks and I'll take care of you. And the guy goes, you banged my mom? And the guy goes, yeah, what's the big deal? You banged my mom. Manuel was a character. Rusty Dog, Philippines, not that far from me. Hobgoblin, it's not real. The address, it was posted in the official Discord. I don't have an official Discord. Literal Trash, what did your dad carry on the tradition and take you down to the old battle axe? Well, probably because she was dead by then. I mean, my dad had me when he was like 40. So she'd have been 80 when I was born and in her hundreds when. Besides, my father didn't take that much interest in children. He was like, "Yeah, you're just a little dude, man. Go out there and dude." VM, Jesus Christ, that makes me nauseous. Hmm. Tomas Skulk. Good morning, sir. First time here. Lovely to meet you. Greetings from Poland. Is it true that you don't have black people in Poland? Because I knew a guy from Poland, and he was like, we don't have black people. Seems a little weird, because they got black people in England, and like that's the whitest country there is. Phil Perochi, Richard. Hey, Phil, people were asking where you were. VM, old Nana was depressed for money. Or desperate for money. Literal trash. So wait, the meet and greet in Richard is still on for tonight? No, it is not. James PS4, Danger Duck did a number on Richard's hand. It's Danger Ducky. Hobgoblin, so can I come over or not? No, you may not. This is extremely frustrating. I took the day off from work for this. Literal trash. Dig. Where did it go? Dig her old up. Rusty Dog, you can't have Discord unless you open it yourself, so someone steals your ID. VM, Rich, in all seriousness, you should get a Discord. Exactly what is that kind of like another Facebook? I mean, what is Discord exactly? Phil Perochi, hi Rusty Dog, VM. I think you'd actually enjoy it. Phil Perochi, how long have you been on for? About 56 minutes. Artmore, do you still play Maple Story or World of Warcraft? I never played Maple Story, and my World of Warcraft was like one day. Rusty Dog, hello. I hate games that make you play them. Like, I should decide when I play the game. James, PS4. Richard's dad did work in Austin Powers movies. No. No, he didn't. VM, the closest comparison to Discord emo is like MySpace. So basically, it's another Facebook. Although MySpace is still around. Philip, how are you doing? I'm doing okay. And the hand was really hurting earlier. Gotta go see the nurse in the morning again. Hobgoblin, I paid for the invite. It was $75 for the meet and greet and autograph. Can I get a refund from you or something? No, I didn't set that up. Croperochi, working tonight? No, off tonight. Well, I mean, working on YouTube. I've got a lot of videos to film. Like, seriously, I'm hoping to film like 20 videos before I leave for the doctor in the morning. Are you going to stream again later? I don't know, dude. I mean, should I? I already streamed for an hour today before this, so this makes 2 hours in one day. I think I should stream before I leave for the doctor, but I don't know what time is that. Tomeza Skulk, you skipped my answer, but black people. Did I? Yeah, YouTube probably didn't post it, dude. So, Tomaz, when was the last time you had herring? Like, you only have it on Christmas, or, do you have it all the time? Hobgoblin, Richard, you sent me the message in Discord. I don't have a Discord. Are you meaning to tell me it wasn't really you? Yeah. Rusty Dog, did they have to lance your hand? They freaking cut it open, dude. There is a scar running from here to here. So they didn't lance. I mean, they sliced me open with a scalpel. Artmore, do you like Cold Stone or you? What? I haven't been to a Cold Stone in like 15 years. Philip Hirochi, I'm pretty bummed that I missed this one. It happens, dude. Artmore, just a magician. Rusty Dog. Tomaz, that's because you're a... Phil Perochi, what did you eat for dinner? I am eating Chipotle. I had Carl's Jr. Had myself a chicken sandwich. Can't really do a lot of cooking with this either. Rusty Dog, ouch. Hobgoblin, well, how am I going to get my $75 back now, Richard? That's your problem, dude. Artmore, I love Philip Hirochi and the way he acts in public. You two know each other? Philip, hello, Artmore. Philip Rochi, 20 videos to film. Yeah, they're all for Random Street Theater. I mean, a lot of work to do. Artmore, hey Richard, you strike me as a magician. Are you a magician? No, I'm not. If so, put some magic content out there. You Las Vegas rider. No, not a musician. Not a magician. Rusty Dog, you should see me in public. I bet that would be interesting. Hobgoblin, I'm not... It's not my problem. You sent it to me. No, I didn't. Richard Leland Neal is your name, right? No, it's only one E. So, different person. Although there's more than one Richard Leland Neal in the world. James PS4, Richard Doctor used fork and spoon to open him up. No, they used a scalpel. They're all bleeding is good. It doesn't look good to me, bro. The roof, the roof is on fire. We don't need no water, let the burn. Phil Perochi, all the leaves are brown, and the sky is gray, and the sky is gray. I've been for a walk, on a winter's day, on a winter's day. I'd be safe and warm, if I was in LA. James PS4, put him to sleep with gravy. Okay, Phil Perochi, is that a new webcam? No. Rusty Dog, California Dreamin', indeed. Hobgoblin, can I get just come over and at least I not out $75. I took the day off from work. In accordance any back issue from tomorrow morning, I'm extremely disturbed right now. If you're extremely disturbed, you should be calling 911. Okay? I am not a mental health professional and I cannot help you. PM, time Hobgoblin out FFs. James PS4 AGT. Phil Barochi, the quality is way better for some reason. Could be the lighting. Rusty Dog, there is a spider on my laptop looking for a website. Hobgoblin, Richard, please. VM, what's the ethnicity of two potential soulmates you mentioned earlier? One is a full-blooded Ashkenazi, and one is an Ashkenazi and Irish, like myself. So, I mean, basically, they're my people. They're members of my tribe. Whereas, the Irish, she's probably not one of the children of the Red Hand, which I am, but, you know, it's like I'm Ukrainian Jewish, and like she's Russian Jewish, so close. Although neither of them are the massive monstrosities that my family tend to be. I mean, my mother was a pretty big woman, woman wise, and my family we tend to be bulky people, not tall but bulky. And I mean, you know, it's like I say, Godzilla's bulking up to fight my sister. Poor Godzilla. He doesn't stand a chance. Oh, Phil Perochi. Well, I hope you stream later, bro. But if you don't want to, I understand. It's not about wanting to. It's about is it worthwhile? It's kind of the streaming thing. I know you guys enjoy the stream and I enjoy the stream, but not a lot comes of it. Paul, I saw Rusty Dog on another channel and he said he blocked him. Paul Barochi, do you think you will ask those women out on a date soon? Probably not, to be honest with you. They work for a company. It's kind of a rivalry thing, and we don't even have a lot of time to talk. So I mean, I don't know, dude. Paul, what's going on? Not much. Rusty Dog, huh? Paul, hey Rusty, Hobgoblin. I work hard for my money. This was supposed to be an all-inclusive sleepover with snack included for $75. Where am I supposed to sleep tonight, Richard? I don't have money for a motel and no car AC. What are you smoking, mate? James VS4, the camera angle makes Richard look Jewish. Okay. VM, how do you even meet this pair of fine late? They're women at my work. One is um part of the administration, and the other one is part of the entertainment crew. Look, hold on. Well, okay, now I've been doing this for an hour, and I normally only go for an hour, so it's time for me to go. I got to deal with someone at my front door. I'll see y'all later.